keep it 1 for 100. My man keep it 1 for 100. My ladies keep it 1 for 100. My peoples keep it 1 for 100.
100.
Welcome to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday. I'm telling you, folks, it's a long Sunday. Had a long night last night. The wife wanted to throw a color party. She wanted to invite everybody in Oklahoma to the party. But I got to say, the show must go on. Much as I want to take a nap, but we got to keep going because guess what? We keep it 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I got my man Big E back this Sunday. Yes, Jonah's here, but not here. He's on his way, folks. We got to give him some tardy points because the show has to go. When we say go, let's go. But we'll have a special guest, the Moore quarterback, Malikai Miller. We'll have him on today, man. A young man. He lost a tough ball game to the Westmore Jaguars, but I guess this young man is balling out. And when you're balling out, the first place you need to stop and see is who?
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100. What's going on, Big E?
Oh, nothing much. Missed last week. Had to take care of business in the classroom, get some homework done, and all that good stuff. But yeah, just been staying on the grind with school and work and everything. So,
hey, Key, that's the most important thing, man. Yeah. We know we got to do work here, but there's going to be days that I might have to miss, Jonah might miss, you have to miss. But like I said, we're still going to get this show popping, man. Thank you. Last week we had two great young men on, Mr. Norm and Mr. Collier, and then we also had Coach Blink on, man. And anytime you can get hair on, even though hair, I know you like, where our helmet at? You lost a tough one, so we had to put you up on the top shelf. These two are still undefeated. And guess what? You're in district play now, so everybody's shooting for the what?
Gold ball.
Gold ball. So the gold ball comes down, gets a little bit closer. Everybody can see it because that's what everybody's shooting for is the gold ball. But like I said, we'll talk a little bit of college football real quick before we bring the young man over from Moore. Talk about what he's done this season so far, and he's kind of balled out. But like I said, we'll talk a little bit of college football. We'll let E jump that off real quick. When Jonah gets here, he can jump in, and then we'll jump into high school football. What we're here for is keeping it 100. So
yep.
Go ahead, Big E.
All right. So first game, OU versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati's first Big 12 game. From what I saw and everything like that, it looks like a really cool little college town. Pretty cool stadium that's just kind of in the middle of campus. And but yeah, so first game in their in the Big 12 for Cincinnati. And then, OU's first conference game in the Big 12. OU was able to handle business. Offense looked a little shaky at times, but, Cincinnati's a pretty good defensive team.
Sure.
That defensive front was pretty good. They had some good guys at the linebacker and then the secondary. But I think the big thing is just Oklahoma's defense so far this season. I think it's much improved. You've only allowed, only allowed a couple touchdowns in the Tulsa game, and then other than that, nobody's been able to score any touchdowns.
Well,
Giving up a couple field goals.
What did they give up yesterday?
6 points, 2 field goals.
So
they're doing really good on that aspect. What I like to see was them stuffing the run.
Mm-hmm.
That team's a pretty good running team. They were able to stop, or I wouldn't say stop the run, but they limited it a lot. They weren't able to do what they were able to do against some of the other teams that they had played so far this year. Danny Stutzman continues to be a force on the defense.
Yes,
leads the conference in tackles. He's just all over the field. He's got a really good eye for the ball. He's really good at finding the ball and able to bring down the ball carrier. And then you had Dylan Gabriel. He missed a couple throws. Had a guy wide open.
Couple?
Yeah.
E, me and you could have made those throws. And I'm not trying to hate on the guy because I'm a Gabriel fan. But I tell you, like I said, when you're playing big ball games like that on the road, you got to make those plays, man. And that's especially him being a 5th or 6th year senior. You have to make those plays. I'm kind of like you. I think the defense played pretty good. We got to find who we want to put at running back. I will say, I don't know how good Cincinnati's turf was or our cleats were pretty messed up, but we had a lot of slips.
Yeah, there's a lot of people slipping around.
So I think Stoops had another big ball game. what's number 3's name, the receiver?
Jalil Farouk.
We use him, then we get away from him. And same with the kid that came from Michigan. We use him, then we get away from him. Keep feeding those guys until they can stop you. We go down and we drive and we score, then we get away from it. Go with the same offense.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball be in the air a little bit more.
Yes,
Because like our run game, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to establish their run game, but really
I don't think
they
you have the
haven't
right
been
back
able to
end.
do that.
I don't think you have the right back end. I don't think Majors. I really like to walk on. He's not juice, but he's gonna get you yards.
Yeah,
he's gonna get you 5 or 6 yards. Now you're looking at 3rd and 5. I mean, I'm saying 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 3. Now you can take a shot. If you don't, you come back to him. He's gonna get you 3 to 5 yards each time. He runs hard. Majors, yeah, I know he's a senior. Nice kid out of John Marshall, but this ain't John Marshall. This is OU football. OU. You know what I'm saying? Boomer Sooner. Not John Marshall. If the walk-on's a better back or any of those other back, give them a chance. I feel like, man, we're going with, man, we're here to win. We're not trying to play, favoritism. We're here to win. Let's put the best guys on the field. I don't give a shit if they're walk-on. I don't give a shit if they're first year, second year. Put the best on the field.
Yeah, I agree. And then, all in all, I think it was a good game. OU's 4-0. Then they go on and they'll play Iowa State this weekend. That should be another game that
Jonah.
And then let's see another game to talk about. Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Man, that's a tough loss. I mean, that's Notre Dame. I think they played a great game all the way through. All the way through.
That's all right. I'll fix it. Keep talking.
All right, they played a great game all the way through. You lose the last second of guys scoring. That's a tough loss, but I think Notre Dame's right there. Ohio State shows you right there. I don't think Ohio State's they're going to get beat. I think Michigan will beat them. Another game I like to talk about, Big E. I think Kansas is the real deal.
Yeah, Kansas looks good.
Kansas look really good. Defense, offense.
Notre Dame only had 10 players on the.
Oh yeah, on the final play.
The final 2 plays.
Why is that?
I'm not the defensive coordinator.
You have to talk louder. I can't hear you.
I said I'm not the defensive coordinator.
Hey, now you're talking, Johnny.
God damn it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Sounds good. But and then another game, Colorado got a little humbled this past weekend. They go into Oregon and they get beat 42-6. I think. I mean, Oregon, they look like a really good team.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
He said, "We're not here to get clicks. We're here to get wins."
Yeah.
No, that was
Cinderella is over. You know what I'm saying, Prime? I mean, I ain't got to wear no shades. I'm going to come out there and kick your ass and take care of business. Them ducks going to be cracking.
like I say, they all can talk now, but here in about a couple years.
I'm just telling you, he can talk. He walked the walk. Bo walked the walk.
What did he do? What did he win?
What do you mean? He got himself set up. They will win whatever conference.
What
conference?
USC?
Yeah.
Pac-12.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, USC don't have no defense. This is what I told Day Day game last
And then
night.
they're going to get there and win what?
Oh, Colorado probably beat USC. Then USC probably beat Oregon, so you have a 3-way tie. But I'm just saying, Deion's team, I mean, it was weird. I felt like he didn't use number 3 at all. He's not going to play running back. Put him out of slot. Do something with the guy. He's a fast guy on your team.
I don't think it mattered. That line is suspect.
No, it didn't matter. You
that offensive line, I think that's
the defense. The defense ain't very
biggest
good.
Secure holds the ball.
Yeah, he holds the ball
long,
too.
or the routes are too long.
Cutting the routes
Then
down.
you cut needs to play some small ball.
But like you said, Deion ate some humble pie. I mean, I didn't get to hear his game plan. I mean, what do you call it? The post game interview. I didn't get to hear it.
He took that L.
He took the L
He
good.
took it on the chin.
He took it.
Okay, as long as he took it, he knows what's going on. But people, talking about if Travis,
It don't matter.
Hunter would have played, it
don't
wouldn't
matter
matter
what Hunter they had.
There's not
Hunter.
there's not one dude on the field that can make up for 35.
No.
I mean, he could shut down the whole field, but one side of the field. But I mean,
The offense wasn't clicking. You can't run the ball.
speaking of offense,
well, I mean, when your quarterback's under pressure every time you snap the ball,
he's holding the ball for 8 seconds.
That is true.
What about OU's offense? I hate that damn offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need to start putting the ball
There's
in the
no
air a little bit more.
structure. There's no just nothing. There's no rhythm. An 8's killing me. I
I
almost turned my TV off.
ain't got nothing against Levy, but he got to figure out what he want to do. I mean,
Right.
you go right now, like
Then
I told him, You use Karut, boom, 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 boom. Then we go back to next year, you don't see the kid.
Right.
What's the kid from Michigan's name? Anthony.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the
You
commentator
use him.
said.
Boom,
Use
boom,
him.
boom, boom. Then you're like, man, did
It's
the
like
kid
you
get
wanna
sick? Did he go home?
You want to make everybody happy. I'm sorry, Stoops. I'm tired of him.
Who, Stoops?
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
said
think
last week you told me he was a senior.
I don't care what he is. I understand
He's
getting
still a
the
solid
ball.
option at wide receiver out of the
I
slot.
I mean, he catches
when
the ball.
when it's 3rd and 5, but I'm not gonna use him like the way they're using him. Man, it's just I don't know.
I don't know. I'm right there with you.
And then what's the name? Need to start 29 at the tailback.
Did I say that, Big E?
Yeah.
See, if you was on time,
'Cause
you'd have heard this stuff already.
Mainstreet's not getting it done. He don't hit the holes fast enough.
Hey, hey, does it sound like, man? Are we related?
Nope, I don't know you.
Okay.
This dude had me at the game the other day, kissing babies and taking pictures.
hey, before we get into high school sports, a big shout out to You Should Know podcast, Cam Kennedy and Peyton. Peyton started the podcast. Cam came on later in the year, and those two guys are like the hottest things out. I'm not lying, folks. My son-in-law, my daughter, they got a little show. It's called, hers is Livy Mama Livy, whatever hell it's called. But but Cam and
I've been seeing them on my For You page. Like I'm scrolling, I'm like, I see Olivia and Cam.
I thought I
on
was
there,
gonna
and I'm
have military
like,
escort.
They have like 100,000 views.
hey,
and like,
hey, they big time. Hey, we trying to get there, though, Jonah. We trying to get us there. We coming. We coming. What did Dion say? We coming. We are coming. Keep it 100. But the other night, man, you know, Jonah, Chris Crawford, and myself had to play security, and it's funny because, you know, Livy calls me, goes, hey, Dad, I'm at the game. You know, Livy went to Carl Albert, cheered, ran track. So they went back for homecoming. Hell of a crowd, good game. I mean, Carl Albert just beat up on lot night. Carl Albert's a real deal, you know. It's going to be these two I got sitting on the table. Unless one of them have a major hiccup, those two are the real deal. But long story short, you know, Livy calls and says, hey, Dad, I'm here. So I go get my car, get him in, and, you know, you got to have pass to get on the field. So we get the pass to get on the field. And then about that, next thing you know, man, from the first quarter, we stayed all the way to halftime. Those guys was taking pictures. So
I thought Michael Jackson, the Beatles were
yeah,
out
I mean, it was funny how many kids knew them, man. They were
Kids
shaking
were
and like, oh my
shaking
God, that's them, oh my
pass
God.
out.
And, you know, me and Jones looking at each other like, he just came to us, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because he's at the house, he cool as hell. Peyton same way. I mean, he been over many times. They even shot a show here. So they take off and, you know, they're like, hey, man, I really got to use the restroom. So they all go to the other side to use the restroom. And so
And
I'll
I'm
let
like-
y'all let Jonah tell this.
So they're like, I gotta go to the restroom, and I was like, well, y'all better go to the other side. Ain't nobody gonna know you over there. There's nothing but brothers over there. Like,
You don't think they watch the show?
I'm like, them brothers ain't gonna know you over there. We ain't get over there halfway. The damn Lawton football team's coming off the sideline, and I'm like, y'all in the game. What are y'all doing? Kids over there shaking. I was like, nah, it's too much, man. I'm getting too old.
that's funny.
So they come back, and at halftime they took pictures, man, and they had a good time with the kids, man. I mean, and it was so cool because, you know, they're all asking Zoe, how do you know him? How do you know him? And Zoe's like, that's my brother. Like, they're like, oh my God.
See, Zoe's gonna go to school on Monday and be.
Zoe a pimp now.
Yeah. Joey's like, hey, take a picture with this guy. Take a picture with this guy. So it was a cool deal, man. I mean, I don't watch a lot of their shows, but I support them in any way I can. They're two great guys, man. They do a hell of a show. Keep it 100. We're gonna do a couple things, man. We're gonna start putting some merch out. You know, I mean, we need to go, man. We've been here 3 years, and then another thing, I think we're gonna change the logo up a little bit. So I'll be looking for our new logo. Keep it 100. Us three, man. We decided it's time for us to go get it. Don't talk about it. Go get it. Jonah called me Saturday morning. I'm watering the yard like, man, I've been waiting for you to get up to tell you it's time to we got to move forward. And I think having these two guys here, and I know Jonah has put a lot of thoughts and effort into it. So you know, we got Big E, the college student, man, and that's what he's going to be doing. So looking forward to any other games before we bring this young man on.
That's all the college games I kind of wanted to hit on.
Yeah,
Talk about Alabama.
I will say, like,
Alabama. I think Alabama still look kind of bad, man. I
I
mean,
think just gonna go back to the old Alabama. I think they're all right.
the quarterback's still kind of shaky.
Clemson
though, man.
is done.
Yeah, Clemson's done. They lost a
Did they
tough
lose
one.
again?
Yeah, they lost to
Florida State.
Florida
That's
State.
right.
Florida
I mean,
State looks okay.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, they look okay. They'll get beat. I don't think nobody's gonna go undefeated. I don't. I mean, OU
No.
might lose to a BYU.
Oh, last week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I just think somebody's gonna mean they're just. I really thought BYU would beat Kansas, but Kansas is pretty good.
They're solid.
Man.
I mean,
they are.
Coach
I mean-
Leopold's doing something over there.
I mean, Kansas is pretty good, but you know the I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Oregon looks really good.
They do.
If Oregon plays
Do they
like
look
that,
Well, they got
good,
a-
or is it
Colorado-
competition?
and that's it. It's
They
how
got a
bad.
27-year-old at quarterback.
Yeah.
He's been
Oregon
playing college
he said
football since I
45.
was 5 years old. So
Oregon still got to play Oregon State. They're still good.
Do
And Utah.
they win last night?
Utah's good.
Utah's
UCLA's not terrible.
UCLA.
Who won that game?
Utah.
Utah.
It was,
What-
it was
what
like
are they?
14-7. It was a low.
Who did Oregon State play last?
They were
Washington State.
Washington
State beat
State is
'em.
good.
Who won that game?
That
Washington
Penix-
State.
Penix
They beat-
probably win the Heisman if he keep doing
Yeah,
what he's doing.
yeah. Washington.
No,
they're
he
really
won't
good.
win it.
I said if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Hey, I tell you who's not gonna win it.
Shakur?
Secure.
It's still
No,
early.
he-
It's not his fault.
No.
His percentages were still high.
Him and Bo went head to head, and Bo said, "I'm the real."
How
deal.
did him go to head to head?
They played the same game.
They
Look
were
at the
on
stats.
offense on offense.
Okay, but look at his
I hate
stats.
when
Look at
y'all
Bo.
say that. What is
Look
that?
at his stats. Look at Bo's stats.
But he has a totally different
Bo was-
mind, a totally different. That's not Shakur's fault that his routes take 5 hours to get. And he had nobody.
I
to
mean,
throw
damn,
to.
throw the ball out of bounds. Do
If
something.
the shit ain't open, it ain't open.
Throw the shit out of bounds, man. Hold
Trying
for
to
another.
make something happen.
Man,
You're
you ain't
down
know nothing,
21-0.
Run some screens. They're
That
rushing
has
everybody.
It has nothing to do with it.
I'm just telling you.
That's that Kent State offensive coordinator.
Well, let's bring this young man on for more. We'll be right back after what?
One of our sponsors.
One of our sponsors. Keep it at 100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
Man, Dad, all this crazy weather has gotten our roof and gutters all messed up.
Good thing we know some guys over at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters. They can inspect and repair your roof and gutters and get in contact with your insurance company in 72 hours or less.
Call Jay Hunt at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters at 405-473-0674. No job is too big or too small for Rain Down Roofing and Gutters. Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday afternoon. Folks, bear with me because it was a long Saturday night, but I'm going to get through the show. But I got all the way from Moore, Oklahoma, coming off a tough loss, Mr. Malikai Miller. What's going on, Malikai?
Not much, you know. Just head down, grinding every day.
That's it. That's one thing you can do. So I know Friday night was a tough game. As Moore War, you guys had the man. I'm telling you, I go to bed, man, and I'm thinking y'all got the win. So my brother gets up the next morning and goes, man, Zoe came back, got the win. I'm thinking, are you serious? So you got to tell me about this game. I didn't get the chance to watch it, man. I mean, I was with some stars Friday night, so I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of high school football. So tell me a little bit about the game, how it went.
You know, started off, we were supposed to get ball at first. They kicked a surprise onside, had us all shook. They got the ball. You know, went down. I think that they scored. Yeah, made it 7-0. Then first drive, started off hot, hit quick ones. We were all connected. I don't think we scored. I forgot, but pretty much long story short, we just didn't capitalize on offense 100% of the time, defense, special teams. So we just got to, you know, we lost because of us, not because of them.
Yeah,
We have better athletes, all that. Just got to fine-tune everything.
No, that's cool, though, because what grade are you in, Malikai?
I'm only a junior.
Yeah.
Majority of our team is all juniors.
Yeah, you know, Coach Barnes is a good coach, man. My boys got a chance to play for him, so hell of a coach, know him real well. I know you got C.J. Simon, one of your top receivers. But, you know, looking at your game, man, I mean, who'd you kind of say your game's kind of like? Are you more like a Jackson, or are you more like a Russell? I mean,
Yeah.
who would you?
I say right now, looking more like Lamar Jackson. You know, in that last game, I didn't, or like these last couple of games, I've been trying to throw more than run because my body can't take all the hits.
Sure.
So,
And you know what I like about that? You
What?
kept it 100.
yeah. Yeah.
So what was your stats Friday night? I know you sent me your stats overall. Let the listeners though tell your stats Friday night, then tell your stats for the last 4 games what you've done.
All right, so last night I went 13 for 19 on 178 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes, 63 rushing yards on 16 attempts. I did have 2 fumbles though, so that could be a key part to why we lost. They had 0, I think, and we had 2. Luckily, for a touchdown run by Cameron Hayes, my running back, he's a senior. He fumbled, but he was across the line. So we got that touchdown, but it was just like small things like that, the fumbles and misreads by me. They kind of, you know, set us up for failure.
No, that's all right, man. I mean, that's a good young man to say, hey.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I watched the game. I think y'all wasn't ready for the zone read. He had pulled
Yeah.
that zone read was new. I'm sorry about that. That's
Yeah.
all. I told him to do that.
But one of the things I got to say, looking at your game, I know you was at Santa Fe. Now you come over to Moore. What was your big decision coming to Moore? Leaving Santa Fe, because Santa Fe was a team. Santa Fe was a team. A couple years ago played in the state championship against Jinx. I know you probably were still in middle school at that time, but what was what was your decision like? Hey, you know what, man, I'm gonna leave Santa Fe and come over to take my talents to Moore. What was that like?
It's more of just a family thing, but you just thought that Moore was the move. We liked the culture, all that. We liked the place, atmosphere. It was good for my whole family, so just decided to go for it.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Like, what other sports did you play besides football?
I play basketball. I do track and I power lift, but I don't think at Moore they have powerlifting. So.
Yeah. How tall are you?
Yeah. I'm 5'11", 165 right now.
Okay. So in college, you plan on playing quarterback in college or defensive back?
Yeah, that's something that has been on the top of my mind for like these last couple of months and all that, because it's more quarterbacks that are on the smaller side nowadays. So I think I can do it if I just put my head down and grind. But at the same time, I also like playing other things and using my talents other places.
Yes, sir.
So it's really just where I want to go and what the college wants me to do, because I'm the type of guy, if coach needs me at a different position, I'll be more than happy to do it just for the sake of our team.
Right.
So, yeah. Go ahead, Biggie.
And then speaking on your recruiting, what's kind of where are you at with that right now? Like, what offers do you hold, or are you already committed?
I don't hold any offers, but in these last couple of months, I've been kind of chatting it up with OSU and OBU are like two of the main schools. I went to OSU camp a couple months ago over the summer. I guess I had a pretty good camp because he's been talking to me, and he knows that I had CJ Simon too, and he's hold an offer from OSU, so it kind of helps me out because he already has some of those. So they're looking at him, and then they look at me. So it's kind of we just all kind of help each other out with that. And then I got Coach Bryant; he got the connections.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna trust the process, keep working.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting great numbers for you. What was your overall stats? I know you sent them to me, but I didn't get a chance to put them on the computer. What was your overall stats?
Overall stats?
Yeah, for this year so far.
I'm 50 for 76 on 713 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then my rushing, I had 70 carries for 324 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Damn,
not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. So if someone came to you and said, "Hey man, I really want you to play defensive back or receiver," I know you play quarterback. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
That's good, man. Because you get some young men that, "Hey, I'm going to play quarterback, that's all I want to play." But you being a junior and you're putting the numbers up, and now you're at Moore, and like you said, you got everybody coming back. I know one of my good friends scrimmaged you guys, Dell City, and he told me, man, Moore's one of those teams that is going to be reckoned with, and you guys should be able to beat them. I don't know who y'all play. I know y'all got probably Jinx and y'all play Jinx and Union.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you play Union because Moore. So who y'all got coming this week?
We got Enid coming this week. It's our homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I know I texted you the other day and said who wins that game. You win that game and put you in the driver's seat to go to to get ready for state playoffs and all that. But I think you guys, you learn, like I said, you live and learn from some of the games that you lost. But I really think moving forward, if you can knock off some of these teams, you got to knock off somebody you're not supposed to knock off, like a Norman North or a Bigsby or somebody, Broken Arrow. I think Broken Arrow is kind of down this year, and so is Norman North. I mean, they just got smashed the other day. I think they got Bigsby beat them 60-2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of the
Probably
two.
get 2.
Probably got a safe. They probably just kneel down
Ran
and
out of clock.
ran and say, "Hey, we done."
Just put 2 on the board.
But you know what I'm saying. So some of those teams that you can beat, you got sophomore. You need to take care of that game.
Sophomore.
So you know what I'm saying. If you can win 4 or 5 of those district games, it's gonna get you guys in the playoffs. And Coach Bryan's a great coach, man, and he'll do whatever it takes, man. Like I said, I really thought y'all got the win. Friday night, but Zoe found a way to get it, and that's what happens when you're a great football team. Jonah, Ethan, any words for him?
No.
Just want to appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your Sunday. Just want to wish you good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks for having me.
No, like I said, I appreciate you coming on, man. You've been somebody I've been watching and following, on your Twitter page, and just a great young man. And I always, yeah, all I like to see is, man, I like to see young men that you know what I'm saying, that's gonna get, do the right things to get themselves better, and kind of like you, man. I mean, you're working your butt off every day. You text me and say, hey, man, hey, Mr. Johnson, let me finish this workout before I come on, and that's big time, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you got somebody that wants to do that kind of stuff, man, that takes time, and hey, working out on Sundays, you took the blame for the loss. You're not blaming it on your running back. You're not blaming it on your offensive line. Hey, I had 2 fumbles that could, if I don't fumble those balls, hey, they don't turn into points. But, you keep doing what you're doing, Malikai. I mean, like I said, I don't know you from Adams Eve, but I'll tell you right now, I feel like you got a good head on your shoulder, and I feel like you're going in the right direction. And you're on a good team. I mean, more like you said, most of your teams is juniors. Man, you're on the right path, man. The only thing you got to do is keep it at 100, man, and it's gonna go. I'm telling you right now. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and it's all gonna pay off, brother. I promise you. Because hard work pays off. I don't care what sport you in. And you putting the time in the film room, and you putting the time in and making yourself a better passer, better runner. Like you just sat there and said, man, I can't take that beating, so I got to stay in the pocket. You keep doing what you're doing, it's all going to pay off. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I appreciate you coming on. Keep it 100, Oklahoma High School Sports. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. Well, folks, that's Malikai, man. I'm telling you right now, it has to be a tough loss, man. Coming off thinking that you're going to beat Moore. If they beat Moore, man, Westmore, they're sitting pretty for the playoffs because they should be able to knock off Enid. They should be able to knock off Norman North. So, it's going to be tough right now, But, I mean, like I said, if they go take care of business, it's going to happen. Coach Bryan's a great coach. He knows what to do to make it, to get them where they need to be. It just sucks for him because I know.
I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, that's a rivalry game. Anything happens. Zoe just outcoached him. I mean, I watched the game. Those onside kicks, that zone read that he implemented. I mean, that was new. They wasn't ready for it. It wasn't on film, so it was something they just couldn't adjust to. It's hard to adjust to a zone read when you have a mobile quarterback like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, all Moore has to do is, I don't know what their schedule is. Just beat someone like you said, a Jinx, or whoever.
They got to beat a BA, Norman North,
something
Norman.
like that. Something that Westmore might get beat, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, right now you're playing for position.
Right.
Zoe went in. That's why I told him the other day. I said, man, you get this win, you're sitting pretty for the playoffs because last year Zoe went in at 3-7 and went to the playoffs. Because he beat Moore. Anytime you can beat Moore, man, it saves you another year for keeping your job. So congratulations, Zoe, on the big win, man. I know it makes you feel good winning the Moore War. Sophomore is still kind of down, so they both should beat sophomore. But we're gonna get into some of these games real quick, scores, and then we'll talk about some of the top games coming up this week. We talked about it. Moore beat Westmore 33-20. Moore 33-37. Boy, I'm telling you, it's tough. And then you look at Edmond Memorial getting beat 50. Santa Fe put it on them. Santa Fe might be the real deal. Maybe that's why Choctaw didn't want to take on that game. They postponed
syndrome, but then the next day they dancing in the locker room.
Dancing in the locker room like
Lionel
Richie.
Long, huh?
Yeah. So sophomore, I know they're young, but Broken Arrow said, "Hey man, we still trying to get in the playoffs." So they ended up getting beat 52-13. Then you have UConn, getting smashed, 41-49 against Mustang, the rival. I'm telling you, it was rival week. You got Jinx just beating up all over Enid. I'm pretty sure Keyshawn is dancing in the streets on that one. You had Edmond North getting beat by Norman. Norman said, Norman of Cars. Then you got a Wassel.
Mile of Cars.
You got a Wassel. Union said, hey, man, we took that loss to Jinx. We're going to get back on the winning streak. And then they knocked them off 55-22. And then you got Norman North getting smashed by Bixby. What you got, Big E? Class 6A small.
Yeah. Moving on to 6A2. You had Stillwater beating U.S. Grant 76-6.
Woo!
Then you had Deer Creek over Ponca City 65-26. PC West versus Tahlequah. Tahlequah got the win 29-19.
In their 3-game winning streak.
Yeah. And then you had Northwest Classen beating Capitol Hill 21-0. Bartlesville beat Booker T. Washington 21-10. Booker T's just kind of
They're bad.
falling off a little bit, so hopefully they'll be able to rebuild and get back to where they were at.
No, it's over.
So, all right. And then you had Choctaw versus Putnam City North. Choctaw wins 47-3. Then you had Lawton versus Putnam City Original. PCO won that 49-0 or 49-20. Sorry. And then you had Muskogee over Sand Springs 51-13. So, but yeah. Moving on to 5A. Noble wins a close one over Ardmore, 28-27. Ardmore, I mean, they were one of the teams to look out for a couple of years ago. Now they're sitting at 0-4. Yeah, it's crazy. But what's another good game on here? I mean, you had Carl Albert beating all up on Lawton Knight, 58-9.
I mean, it was 28-3 at halftime. What?
For what? The Colorado game?
Colorado game.
I didn't really get to watch the game.
I mean,
man.
it's true. We really get to watch the game, but X had another good game. Sperry threw a couple good balls, but he
they
threw a
didn't
pick
even want
too.
to tackle my man.
Yeah, I mean, the first play from scrimmage,
I don't think he tackled yet.
X got the ball, just
And
a simple
part of
handoff,
like the Red Sea.
and everybody just ran away from him. I mean, I'm serious, man. We're all looking at each other like,
That's going to hurt him in college though, because
It
he's
is
big
good.
man running against little kids.
Yeah.
It's going to change.
But Colorado looked good. Sperry looked good. Captures was out. He had got a concussion from the game before, man. So was looking forward to see him play. But I have to say, Colorado had a great crowd, man. I mean, I know it was homecoming. Everybody came back. Class of '93 was in the house. Admiral Edwards.
Is that your class?
No, I was '91, but they
close.
wasn't very good then.
89.
We beat them. No, never lost to Colorado. Sorry, CA, but yeah, I was like little brother to us when I was when I was wearing that black and gold helmet. Good things are doing good things now, but I mean they're one of the teams, man, to beat Dell City. You see them win 73-0 against East Central, man. When you're putting points up like that, it's you're in district play,
school.
man. You're in district, man. You know what I'm saying?
Does points count? I mean, that counts,
yeah,
right?
I mean, you get so
So
many
that's
points.
why they're trying to run it up.
Midway City, got to give it to them. Ever since I put the helmet on, they 2-0. I
God
love
damn
you.
it.
Where my bombers at? Yeah, where my bombers at? Who's next?
4A.
Go ahead, 4A.
Got Hera and Blanchard. Hera
Did
took a
Bishop
tough
win?
loss.
Yeah, they beat Shawnee.
Hera took a tough loss to Blanchard, which Blanchard's always been a pretty solid team.
You know what? On that game, man. I was hoping for her to get that win, man. We said 8-2. This one, and I think this is one that we kind of picked that they would lose, but you got Tuttle coming in. You still got Newcastle. You got Bethel.
They got Dion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
They got humbled, huh?
Coach Blink. I mean, I know he'll go back to the drawing board. I mean, everything looks good. When you win, everybody's happy. When you lose, everybody talking noise. But hopefully, he can get it figured out, man, and he will because, like I said, young coach. You look at Tuttle. Getting a win over Bethany. Tuttle's got beat up last week by Guthrie. That's why I tell people all the time, Guthrie's a good team in 5A, so keep an eye on them. Tuttle comes back this week and beat Bethany 30-10. I think the number one team in this district is Newcastle. Do you see their score?
I did not.
55-6.
Yeah, they beat Tecumseh 55-6.
Yeah.
So I think they're one of the better teams in here in 4A. What's that? Poto. Poto's always pretty good too. I mean, that's why I said, some of these teams we don't get to see, but Poto beats up on Fort Gibson.
Why ain't we going out there?
I mean, we can go. All you got to say, hey, what game you want to go to, and we'll get in the car and we'll drive off. Beep beep. So you pick a game and we go. E, what we got next? 3A.
Yep. So in 3A, you had Perkins over Kingfisher, 21-7.
I mean, Kingfisher's always a solid team. So
Yeah.
I just said you where Perkins at.
Yeah.
You know, a team I think that probably should go independent in football is Little Axe. I mean, you're never gonna win out there,
Well,
guys. And
my
I'm not trying
my
to be
parents
mean.
went to school out there.
Yeah.
and
We
they
mean
weren't even good
independent.
back then either.
Huh?
What do you mean independent?
I mean, they just need to
Just drop football?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just
baseball?
no, just go
basketball?
independent. Just go play Capitol Hill, U.S. Grant, them kind of teams that you got a
Oh,
chance.
gotcha.
I mean, just you don't need to be in nobody's conference, man, because you're not winning. You get beat every week, man. They're sitting at 0-4. What kid wants to come out like, oh man, I'm gonna come out my senior year. We're gonna go 0-10. I'm gonna come out my junior year. We're gonna go 0-10. I mean, what fun is it to go to practice and get beat up every week? I'm just asking though.
I don't know.
I mean, y'all laugh, but it's the truth, is it not?
He's independent, like they Notre Dame.
I mean, just go do something else, man.
Just sign up for everybody.
I mean, would you not want to win one game before you graduate?
They haven't won a game. When's the last time they won a game?
I could tell you Philborn was their coach, and they might have won one game, and he was there. And he was there at least 3 years. So
he was only there. I think he was only there 1 year.
No, he was there at least.
He was
one
there
or
for that one game.
No. I mean,
He was there for
because
that one game.
He coached. He was the head coach there for a year,
Yeah.
maybe 2, and then he
For
left
sure,
to go
Mike.
coach at Washington.
What's wrong with Mike, man?
His stutter, there it
He said it stuttered.
Stutter. Your Mike got a stutter.
is. I'm just saying, he was there. Philborn was there for a year or two. They won one
No,
game,
he
but
was
I'm
there
just
for that
saying.
one game.
E, would you go back if your sophomore year you went 0-8, 0-10?
He did.
Then your ninth grade, then your junior year you go 1-9.
He did.
Would you come back your senior year?
He did at Choctaw.
No, he had better records than that.
Oh my bad.
Nah,
He played my boys. They went to the playoffs.
All right, take them off the team.
Who?
All those kids you put over there, what's their record?
If you take who? Chase?
All the football players you sent over there, what's their record? You take all of them off.
They might win 2 games.
Okay then.
It might be.
So all this gold standard they have, you started it to keep it 100. You sent all those kids over there.
Man, you know what? It's all good because we fixed to win a basketball state championship at Carlisle with my baby girl.
Yeah, I
See,
thought-
if
I
you
thought-
act right, you get good things.
I did see that starting 4 you ahead of
Yeah, started 4.
Who's the 5th?
It'd be Vanessa. We got some, hey, I'm gonna be like the standard. I'm gonna bring some kids. I'm bringing them. Me.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
You bring in your luggage and it's Louis.
And it's
Is that what
Louis.
you
It's Louis.
said? It's Louis.
It's Louis. We coming. Zoe's coming. She gonna get a win. Coach Rich, I'm gonna try to get you one, baby. If you don't get one before then, we're gonna try to get you one. That's our goal, to get you one. What we got next, man? Let's go into the games going into this week, man. It's been a long night, folks. I'm
not
sorry.
trying to go in the 2-way, that basketball bracket.
Tell me about the 2A though, real quick.
All right.
Like, why is it? Should it not be broke down?
Next year they're breaking it down. There'll be like 2A1, 2A2, 2A3, whatever. So they'll have it broken down a little bit next year. But getting into the games for this week, starting off in 6A1, you got Mustang and Owasso. That should be a pretty good one. Owasso, they're kind of down this year. They're sitting at 2-2. Mustang, they're looking pretty good. So I mean, I think that should be a pretty good game right there. You got Edmond North and Edmond Santa Fe. That one should be pretty decent as well.
Think Westbrook can beat Jinx?
Oh no! I mean, you got Westmore versus Jinx, man. I mean,
Maybe.
Keon's boys. I mean, they're playing good ball,
They're
man.
not
I mean,
bad.
they
They're
knocked
not
off
bad.
Union, and you know what's happening was what Union did to Zoe. So,
But that though, man.
Yeah.
You had 8 fumbles on the 10
well, I understand though, but I mean, you're still. I mean, what team's going to show up for Zoe? Is it going to be the team that can win? Is it going to be the team that, oh my God? I mean, he gets his win. He's sitting pretty, but everybody knows who's that number one in that district is Bigsby. But like I say, you got Moore should knock off Enid. You got Edmund Moore or Norman. Edmund Moore should win that game. I'm gonna take Jinx at a slight edge over Westmore. Mustang. This is a tough one for Mustang. Mustang gets us a Wassel win. They're gonna be sitting pretty in the playoffs. Then you got Norman North. I'll go against BA. BA beat the brakes off them. And UConn. Mike Rogers. I know your boys had a hell of a year, but he's gonna take another L this come Friday night against Union. Moving to 6A small.
Yeah, I mean,
you got Capitol Hill playing. Choctaw playing Capitol Hill. It's probably their homecoming.
I can go ahead and make my picks for all of 6A2
Do it.
and not be wrong on any of
Let's
them.
do it. Let's do it. See what you got,
All
Biggie.
right. Choctaw's going to beat Capitol Hill.
Yes, sir.
Bartlesville's going to beat U.S. Grant.
Yes, sir.
This is the only- this-
Sand
that's
Springs
not-
will beat College.
You think so? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sand Springs is a team. I'm telling you right now. In 6A small, they're a team that can play with people. They just don't have no defense. They can score on anybody. They just can't stop anybody. So if they can score and maybe get a turnover, you can watch them. You can see them knocking off a Choctaw. I mean, I know Muskogee just beat up on them, but I'll tell you, Muskogee it's probably going to come down to Muskogee and Choctaw for the state championship. It's going to find out who wants it more.
Yeah. And then you're going to have Lawton over Ponca City.
Yes, sir.
Deer Creek over PCO.
Yes, sir.
Muskogee over PC West.
PC West has 2 losses in a row. So.
Yeah. Stillwater over Booker T.
Yes, sir.
And then PC North over Northwest Classic.
And
I am willing to
who
bet.
broke that up like that? That's just class.
6A2 is just a weak
bad.
class.
It's bad, man.
It just is. I mean, I'm not trying to offend any of the schools that play in 6A2, but it's just a weak class. I mean, it's very top loaded. You got really the top 2 teams, Muskogee, and top 4 teams. I'll say you got Muskogee, Choctaw, Stillwater, and Deer Creek.
It's
Those will
tough.
be your 4 teams at
Now,
the end.
moving
there,
into
so.
5A, you got Bishop begins to be over a lot. Eisenhower, they should win that game.
Yep.
You got Southeast. Man, you know all their
You got Del
players.
City, McAllister.
Well, that's Robert's really upset because McAllister picked him to be his homecoming, so he's gonna try to put 50 on him. And you know he's
I'll
really
get that tailback 30 hands.
yeah
30 carries.
you know he said
Yeah.
he goes, man, I'm
30
taking
tonight.
I'm taking this personal, man. I mean, you know,
Is it at Del City?
you know, it's at
It was even
no.
a close game last year. If it wasn't for Eric, McAllister doesn't win.
You
that
know,
game.
and I talked to Reed DeQuazy, jumped the subject real quick, and I talked to his dad, Richie. He said, man, Eric ain't practiced but 2 times.
He's been hurt.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, is he going to be you think he's going to be a college bust?
Who is this?
I mean, it just depends
the
if he
kid
can
from
get healthy.
Kid from McAllister last year
Yeah,
played safety at
he-
OU.
I mean, you the big kid at a small school, like getting the ball 90% of the
I
time.
mean, he's an athlete, but I think
Yeah.
with the injury and everything, they probably just redshirted him. They're just gonna redshirt him.
It's gonna be a waste of scholarship.
I
He
mean,
gotta touch the field.
Reed's already played in 2 games, and he's a walk-on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big time. So he
Well, you
took
need to
his,
give that scholarship to him then.
oh, he's way better than Reed. The problem with Reed, if Reed would have just played defense, he'd have went anywhere he wanted to. But his daddy was so hard-headed. Yeah, Richie, I'm saying you was hard-headed. He wanted him to play that quarterback. Man, that
Does Richie wear that same thing, the flip-flops and the cutoff shirt?
that's Richie's out. That's
his outfit.
That's
he
him.
sleeps in that, works in that.
Yeah, whatever Richie,
Whatever-
that's his
that's-
go-to.
I like it, Richie.
Richie.
It don't matter if it's
It don't
negative
matter.
20 degrees outside. He's still
I
gonna
was
be
like,
there.
Richie- gotta
Richie,
chew
it's
them
like
out.
deja vu with you, baby boy.
That's what we do. We keep it 100,
I was
folks.
like, I don't know if it was week 2 or week 4. Wait a minute, I had to rub my eyes.
He's like, if I see it doubles or what, you know. What else we got, Biggie? I'm sorry.
5A, you got some better games in 5A. So yeah, Del City, McAllister, that'll be a good one. Piedmont versus Guthrie. Both teams are undefeated. Somebody's gonna lose that.
Talk to me, Biggie.
In
This is the game I
at
think
Guthrie.
we should. Where's the game at?
I've never been to the Rock, man.
We need to go to this game.
All right.
I'm serious. This is the game we need to go to.
Who is this?
The Rock. I mean,
The
Guthrie. Yeah,
What,
it's
the Rock
a
is cooking? The Rock?
the Rock. It's
stadium.
tiny, but it's like OU Texas. It goes around. Guthrie's fans have their side, but they'll come sit on your side and it
Guthrie.
cuts off.
You know Guthrie used to be the capital of Oklahoma?
Yes, sir. I knew
Yeah.
that.
For
Let's
how
do it.
many years?
I'm gonna say 15.
3.
Okay.
God damn it. I think it's
3. I thought it was longer than that.
Did you?
Guthrie's a cool little town
think
though.
it's
I've
3.
been out there before.
I could be wrong.
Are you off Friday?
No, but I can pull some strings.
Pull some shit. We're gonna go to this
He
game.
said pull some
We're
strings.
going to this game.
I can.
Guth, I know what, man. I'm upset real quick. Let me keep it 100.
What's that?
I reached out to Guthrie. I called John Hancock and said, hey, I want to have your coach on, you know, the show. He said, okay, Tony, man, you know. So then he calls back and he said, man, I said, hey, man, he still ain't reached out to me. He said, man, probably because he thinks you're Carl Albert. What?
What does that mean?
You know, Guthrie hates Carl Albert. So he probably thinks I'm tied in with Carl Albert. So I said, okay, fine. When Carl Albert kicks your ass,
How you gonna say kick your ass and tell me to go out there this week?
I'm going to see a good game. I'm supporting Piedmont in them. But I'm saying, man, if we reach out to you, man, pick up the phone, talk to us for 2
You
minutes.
busy, man. I ain't got time for you.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. So, but I do want to go check out the Guthrie game. You know, Carl Albert plays Guthrie at.
I'd rather see that game.
Okay, we
Is
can
it
wait
at
for
Carl
go
Albert?
back.
It's gonna be at Guthrie.
Oh, that's the game to see. If you're
Yeah.
gonna drive all the way out there.
I mean, you ride free.
That is true.
Okay, then. So,
My ass ain't driving nowhere.
what else we got?
Let me go back to 5A real quick. See if there's any other games.
We talked about that one.
Is Elgin next?
Elgin.
Yeah,
I mean,
Elgin. Well, Ardmore's no good though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
We got to
just
go
saying
catch
the
Elgin. We need to
4-0
go
is
catch.
Elgin.
Okay.
good.
We need to go catch them. I mean, their coach was coach of the year last year. We need to go catch
Where
them.
even is Elgin? Is that like? Is
It's
that?
kind of up
I
to
asked that
by Lawton.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they're getting a lot of Lawton kids.
Okay.
So we're in 4A now? 4A.
Yep. 4A. So you got Blanchard and Newcastle. That'll be a good game
That'd be
right
a great
there.
game. I'm going to give it to Newcastle.
Okay. And
That
then
should
you
be a
got
game we should go to, too.
you got Hare and Tuttle. Man, Tuttle gets a tough schedule at the beginning of.
Where they playing at?
It's at Tuttle.
That total.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, they're having to play both of those.
Ooh,
Back to back.
Ooh,
Man.
ooh.
But
This is what I was telling
Hare
Wait, sorry.
Hare fans, y'all
Sorry.
have got to travel. If you support your team, they're working hard, all that good stuff. You got to travel out there to Tuttle and watch that game.
This is
Tuttle,
what I
Tuttle's
was-
not too far.
Talking about last week with Blink, is his team, once they get beat, did they go through that slump? You got 2 back-to-back,
Yeah,
possible
you-
L's.
Yeah, you
total
gotta go-
scores quick, are they going
They go. It's like, oh, we're back to that.
right.
Yeah.
And this is going to show right here.
Well, hopefully they can get it together though, man. I mean, this is. I mean, you're gonna get on the tough road because you're gonna have Newcastle. You still got Bethany, man. So, you got some teams that you're gonna have to knock off one of
What I
those
said,
teams
had
to
to
get
go
in.
6-4.
I said 8-2. I said 8-2.
Where are they going to pull the other wins off there?
I mean, they should be able to. They should be able to be. I think if they lose any more, they'll lose to Newcastle.
You think they'll beat Tuttle this
They
week?
can beat Tuttle and they can beat Bethany, and then everybody else is being the book. You got to just what I've got that he didn't run the number 25 kid that much.
Why?
I'm not the coach. I don't know.
See, that's the
Yeah.
bullshit. That's the shit I'm talking about.
What we got?
Let's see. Oh, let me go back. I was looking at their schedule real quick. Harris schedule.
Who they got? Who else they got?
So they have Tuttle, they have Tecumseh, Newcastle, Bethany, Classen, and Bridge Creek. I think they're gonna win at least one of the games out of Tuttle and Newcastle, and then from there, I think they win
They
out.
can't beat Newcastle.
Yeah. Do what?
They can't beat Newcastle.
Why you said that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying Newcastle is a really, really good team.
That I mean they can't beat them.
I would say isn't Tuttle better than Newcastle?
No, Newcastle's the best team. I mean, they got everybody coming back from last year. Got beat in the second round by Elk City, a team they probably should have beat. Just turned the ball over, had a lot of sloppy plays. But Newcastle's really good. I mean, they got the good quarterback over there. Got a good running back. I mean, defense is solid. Bo Bradshaw's the new defense coordinator. I mean, they're a good team. I mean, they really are. I mean, I'm not saying this to say it, but they're a really good team. Harris a good team, but I think Blink is still. I think they're still kind of young. I mean, even though some of them might be juniors or seniors, but they're still kind of young in the
But
mind.
why, if the week before you tailbacks are doing what they're doing, is it because it wasn't getting any yards, or they just didn't hand the ball off to them?
They really didn't hand the ball off to them, is what I got told. But things happen.
I mean, that stuff you got to fix. You go for 200 yards last week. Why not hand the ball off? Or are you trying to get somebody?
No, they hand the ball off. They stopped the run, but the other kid's a bigger, stronger back, and the other one's more of a slasher, and they kept trying to give it to one slasher instead of giving it to one that's a.
No, you got to get
power
to the power back.
We know that, but I mean, sometimes coaches have.
See, I'm playing daddy ball.
I don't know. What else we got, Biggie?
Moving on to 3A, you got Heritage Hall versus Pauls Valley, Marlowe versus Lone Grove. That should be a pretty good game right there. Metro Christian versus Perkins. That's probably the game of the week in 3A. So that'll be a really good game right there. Moving on to 2A. My goodness, there's so many games.
I don't know why I even looking at that. What's Washington in? Who they play?
Washington, I think they're 2A.
Who they play?
Let me look through all these teams. Yeah, they're the number one team in 2A right
Yes, there's no point even looking. Just whoever Washington plays in this.
now. Victory Christian versus Beggs. That would be a good one.
I tell you who's having a tough time is old Coach Glenn, man. He's sitting at 1-3, man. Now they got Kellenville coming to town. They're sitting at
Star
0-4.
Spencer 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Who do they got this week?
Luther? Vandross?
Where they at?
At the top, middle top.
I don't know. I think Beggs versus Victory Christian is going to be the game of the week in 2A.
Who's that church school that's pretty good? I think they're like 4-0 or 5-0 right now.
Lincoln Christian?
Lincoln Christian's 3A, are they not? I think it is Victory Christian. Is who you're thinking of.
It may be or there.
Oh, they're right here. Well, they have it listed on there twice for whatever reason.
I think it's Lincoln something.
Community Christian, Lincoln Christian is a pretty good team.
Yeah, that team's.
I don't know if they're 2A though. I think they're 3A.
I think maybe 3A.
I could be wrong, but yeah. So, OCS is 4-0 too. I don't know who they played, but they're 4-0.
It don't
yeah.
matter. Washington's winning or whatever.
Yeah, but really, that's all the games for this week. Rejoice Christian versus Sequoia Claremore. That should be another good one right there too. But
Are we gonna go watch somebody this week?
Yeah. I guess we're gonna try to go out to Piedmont and Guthrie, or I'm trying to look back through the games again and see who.
Piedmont Guthrie wouldn't be a bad game. We can sit on the Piedmont side.
He's a center.
On the
Well,
Piedmont side.
Coach, the athletic director over there is Mr. Goose. So I know him really well. So
We could go out to Carl Albert Shawnee, say go see Madonna,
No.
Coach Madonna. No,
he just got beat by. I mean, I love you,
he's
Coach
just now
Madonna.
he's just now taking over the team, man. He's got to establish.
We won't
the
go watch
culture
a
and
game.
everything,
We
so-
want to see a game that's like, ooh, Nah, it's gonna be a blowout. X gonna have another 250 yards.
Get them.
You know, so
I still haven't seen the Sperry kid play in person. That's only.
He's just a
ball. I mean,
he's just a manager.
Yeah.
He
Just
just
a
don't turn the
manager.
ball off, hand it off to X.
I mean, right now, if you had Sperry, you had Cash, they're still sitting at 4 though.
Okay.
You
Because
know?
no one's tackling big man.
No, I mean that's just
No.
where he's at. Sperry's not bad. Like I said, he's just a junior. You know, I mean he hasn't wowed me like, oh my god. You know, I mean he hasn't
He
done
has a nice
nothing.
ball.
Yeah, he does. I'm just saying he hasn't. You know, you look at some kids like, holy, that kid is good.
But he
you know?
didn't have to really do much.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, it might be more next year when X is gone. Then he can polish his arm and throw the ball
What
around.
Call Albert could do is start getting the backup tailback ready.
They might, but we just stayed there long enough to see.
That's true. They may have.
You know, I mean, we
I'm
bounce.
just saying in general.
We bounce. Big E, anything else, man? You can see, I'm my batteries
oh
are
my
down.
goodness.
What?
Dolphins put up 70 points against the Broncos. You do not see that in the NFL. 70
They
points
clicking.
in a game.
Hey man, when you got the cheetah,
You're right.
That
He
is
got shut down last
crazy.
week though.
Sorry, I was checking.
That rookie.
no, Big E.
I was
that's-
going back to check to see the scores and everything.
Which-
Cowboys
which-
and Cardinals just started. I know
Which
you're gonna be
which
watching that.
my cable's messed up.
Oh,
What's wrong with your cable? You party too hard?
you can just go get an antenna, plug it in,
He said,
get some rabbit ears. That's what I got at my house.
Man,
Yeah,
I ain't got no
damn.
rabbit ears on my
E over
TV.
here said he got some rabbit ears.
I mean,
Man, the party was cool. What happened to you?
I mean, you know my ass going to bed.
Man, yeah, the color party. The color party, we kicked it, folks.
What's a
last
color
night, man.
party?
Well, yeah, what's a
Was
color?
blacks
party?
only?
Oh my goodness.
He racist.
Color parties, we dress up in everybody gets a color, and they got to bring a basket with the color. They wear a color. Like I was purple, so I had a purple.
You are purple.
What's the name of YouTube people? Get
He
him.
said YouTube people. That's your family, man. How you don't know your family?
Who?
Who's the YouTube people?
I'm talking about the people that run the network, and we send it through. They got to check and make sure everything's
Oh, they
Oh,
sensitized,
nah,
man.
we'll be good.
good. Okay.
What I say?
Hey, G, he dogging me now.
What I say?
He said I was purple.
You are purple.
What color am I?
Purple.
What color am I, E?
Purple.
E, what color am
I
I?
can't say no.
E, do I look purple to you?
You look
No,
purple-ish.
No.
You look purple-ish. Is that Ivy?
Come here.
Come
here.
Ivy had to go come see what's
She's
going
like,
on.
yeah. Ivy.
Oh, man.
What color's your grandpa?
Come here.
She's like, nah, I won't hurt you. She want to keep it at 100.
I don't know if she's going to come or not. Come here.
Hi.
Say,
Hello.
say keep it 100.
Hey, Ivy.
Fix your mic. Say keep it 100. No, you got to say it right. Keep it 100.
Give me 100.
That's it.
Hey, Ivy.
Hey, they can't grab the mic.
Hey, Ivy. What color's your grandpa?
What color's Papa?
Is he purple? In the crayon box, purple?
What color's Papa?
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
See, y'all got that, folks? I'm brown, not purple. You having fun? Did you have fun at the party? What kind of party we have last night?
A rainbow one.
What kind of party?
Rainbow
A
party.
rainbow.
Rainbow?
Party.
Did you
Oh,
have
the
fun?
colors.
What would you dress as? Who would you dress as? What was your color?
Pink.
Pink? And you dress like who? The Barbie?
That's from the Barbie movie.
Like the Barbie movie? So sing me the Barbie song.
I'm a Barbie gaga. I'm a Barbie gaga.
That's the remix.
That's the remix, folks. Huh?
That's the remix.
Papa loves you. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Give me the
I always say, keep it 100. Tell him.
Keep it 100.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm talking about.
Yay. Folks, that's my granddaughter, Ivy. As you can see, she runs the show. She loves the mic. She's trying to come back. But she told you, I'm brown. I'm not purple. But like I said, the color party is you dress up as a color. You know, you get your color pick. If it's yellow, you wear a yellow outfit and yellow things in your basket.
So you bring yellow food?
Yeah, yellow food.
Gotcha.
But it was a good time though.
That sounds fun.
It was. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, we got a nice home, but it was hot as hell. So
Yeah, I just went to a bonfire last night. That's my friends.
I apologize to our guests because I went to bed on them. But
Oh, hell. He in there asleep. Trying to host the party.
and I can't even say my wife because she went to bed on them too. So
So y'all
Shakayla,
just had an open house.
we just had open house. But you know, we had a good time. I thank everybody for coming and supporting my wife's 44th birthday. I will say she was beautiful as any day, man. I mean,
What color were y'all?
we were purple.
Oh. Purple.
You stupid.
I forgot.
Ethan, get him.
What's up? So what's purple? What food is purple?
Grapes.
You don't even know. Yeah, some
Grapes are purple.
We had some chips. I brought some Mad Dog 2020 folks. You don't know about that Mad Dog?
He said spice.
Some
he said DJ Quick spice.
is it just some grapes, really? What else is purple?
I don't know what else we had
You
purple,
know,
man.
he
But
was
it was.
asleep.
I mean, I can think of a food that's purple, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'll show you my basket.
He
that
had
you can-
eggplant.
You got the eggplant, and then you got what else?
But
you got?
it was a good time though. We all walked in
know.
dancing, to the Gabe and Deshaun was red, Olivia and Cam was brown, and Peyton was brown. The Crawfords was black.
Crawford's
the
black.
John-
What y'all got going on over here?
Why you say that?
I love Chris. He crazy.
Chris is. We had a good time, man. Chris and Brandon. I mean, we. If you guys are ever looking for a good time, invite Crawford, man. He is.
He's always been like.
Chris
that.
is. I mean, he's one of. I mean, he is 100%, man. I mean, He is, man. He don't give a shit. He don't care. But I really enjoy. But like I said, it was a good time. Brandon, his family was green. My niece, they were all white. This sounds racist, don't it?
No, y'all good, man.
Yeah, we got to edit this out.
This whole segment's just gonna have to be cut out. Gonna have to post it on like Twitter or something.
No, we like it though, man. I mean, not only not only we high school football, man. We gotta have a good time, man. It can't just be all about just. But it's
football scores. Here we go.
Yeah,
But,
he's worried about football scores.
No.
I think he might be a bookie on the side.
No, I just
He got money on
He might be a bookie on the
it's my
side, folks.
fantasy teams, man.
But hey, we can't be like Cam and Pate, man.
No.
Yeah.
So my armpits are sweaty. Smell them.
I don't get it.
I will.
I don't get it either, but
they do some weird stuff. But I mean, it gets views. I mean,
yeah. I guess we got to start painting ourselves
Yeah,
purple.
You don't have to go to costume. You already ready.
Get us out of here, man. Get us out of here.
No, I was gonna say this. What are the people on the side of the highway? What are they called? Those homeless
Panhandlers?
people? Are they panhandlers?
yeah.
Man, they'd have upped it up a notch. This dude had a PA system with church music playing. Had the dog playing dead on the side of the road. I was just in my feelings. I was handing him all my money. I was like, Dad.
Was he a homeless or was he like a sidewalk prophet type
No,
thing?
it was homeless, but they had church music playing over the speakers.
Okay.
And I was like, they don't ump it up or not.
So it's funny before we go.
We're in 2023.
I'm gonna tell you this story. So yesterday I go to the I had to get purple. So
You had to buy nothing purple.
I went to the adult beverage store and I got this MD20. It was purple. Then my son-in-law likes Coke, and so it was already mixed. It was purple can, but so I'm getting in the car and I paid. I had cash in my pocket. I hate when people ask me for cash. So the guy like, hey man, he runs up. I mean, I'm getting in the car. I'm backing up, and he runs up. And that really upset me. Don't run up on me. I don't know you. He runs up my car and he goes, hey man, can you give me some cash? I said, what's up? He goes, I'm trying to get some chicken strips. I said, man, I ain't got no cash. He goes, well, let me get your change. I just drove off. It pissed me off. Don't tell me to give you something, dude. I mean, go get a job like everybody else. But, my wife loves giving money, but I don't give money, though. So
Why not?
why? If you want a job, come down to the Capital Distributing and I'll hire you.
He may not be able to work, man.
Oh, I ain't doing all that,
He
man.
said,
I ain't doing that. Get me out of here, E.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
and the color of the day is purple.
I love my
Make sure you
purple.
like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we'll see you again next week on Keep It 100 Oklahoma
High School Sports. See ya.